Space Watchers, and welcome from the 40th Space Symposium here in Colorado. We are Yvette Gonzalez and me, Torsten Kriening. So in the next days we will also have here with us Laura, Todd. Both Yvette and Laura are senior advisors and senior editors for SpaceWatch.Global. First of all, let me thank the DLR for hosting us this year here again at their booth and make all this magic around us happen. Yvette, one for you. Why is a star going to school? Come on.
To get brighter.
Oh, come on. That's not fair. Yeah, to get brighter. Great one. So, we want to get brighter. That's why we are here at the symposium. We are here at the symposium together with 11,500 other people and 250 companies and institutions that are exhibiting. Yvette, the first day is almost over and we had side events going on already. The show floor just started, but the side events are started. What has been your highlights on the day?
One, this is my first symposium, and I have to say thank you as well to DLR for having me and for having us here. There is a hum, a buzzing right now that the exhibition hall is now open, so I'm really excited. The last day, what I've been hearing in our pre-symposium conversations is a common denominator, and that is that this is a new era.
Yeah.
And we need to work together, and we need to be prepared together. So I'm really happy to hear about collaboration happening, and I'm excited about what's happening. I don't know if you heard yesterday, one of our favorites, Chief Master Sergeant Jacob Simmons, he really struck a chord with me, and I think with many, when he said space is borderless. And so I'm really looking forward to conversations around that theme.
Great. So, as in all of our morning shows, what is supposed to be a morning show, but as they opened that late, it's an evening show, but it's for you in Europe. It's morning, very early in the morning. We have a guest today, and who couldn't be a better guest than the host for us here, the chairwoman of the DLR, Professor Anke Kaysser-Pyzalla. Anke, how are you doing today?
Oh, great. Thanks a lot.
Welcome to our show again.
Thank you.
So, tell us a bit, what are the objectives for the DLR here at the symposium?
Yeah, here at the Symposium, where we have been quite a number of years already, of course we want to show our presence as DLR. We want to meet our colleagues, in particular long-standing colleagues are here from Canada, from the US, from France. I've met people from the Emirates and lots of others. So everybody's really here. You said that already, more than 11,000 participants. It's a huge conference. Yep. And what we also want to do is we want to show our results of the past year. And of course, we want to talk about future projects.
This year is very challenging for all of us. And I'm not talking just about the weather. Today we have a very black Monday on the global stock exchanges.
Yeah, that's true.
But there is still this theme, what we hear actually today in the last days, the international collaboration.
Yeah.
How do you like to foster this international collaboration from the DLR point of view?
Yeah, of course, we are a member in a multitude of international projects. So we talked about Grace C today, about Veritas. We also talked about other joint projects such as and others, where we have long established partnerships. I mean, these projects take a few years to be realized and then to be really in space. And then, of course, we want to get the results. So again, another few years. And that means really constant partnership. And we have been in constant partnership, in particular with our colleagues from NASA. So we have met them also today. We have talked about past projects, about current challenges, and about future projects. And we think it's really important to keep talking on the level of those who are involved in those projects, and of course also the management. We have also been to NOAA to talk about space weather, because space weather really is a threat to everybody worldwide. So that's also something really, really important, and that's also an area where we still can learn a lot from the colleagues here in the US.
If the partner then still exists. We never know.
So far they do.
That's great to hear. So, the 11,000 people, or over 11,000 people that are here, what they can see on the booth. So what are the highlights you would like to put out? I know a lot of experiments, a lot of stuff is here, but choose a few one and to make some FOMO for all of you that are not here.
Yeah, of course. But what we try to do is really to show a strong German presence, and I think that's really true. It's not our booth. So we have the German Space Force here. We have the German Air Force here. We have people from the German Ministry of Defense. We have people from the Ministry of Economy and Climate Action, and many more. We are here with the state of North Rhine-Westphalia, who is at the booth, who has been organizing everything together with us, and who is really very active in space. And of course, we also have the headquarters in Cologne in North Rhine-Westphalia, so a very good partner. And we have quite a number of other partners here. So we have small and medium enterprises. We have Astrofine from Berlin here. We have D-Cubed here. We have TARM here. And several others are here. I've seen ESA Aerospace. And there are a few others too. And we show, of course, what we do. We show the Scout rover. We show the mini SLR for space situational awareness, which has been developed at one of our institutes. We show the retro reflectors, Becal, which is also an important project together with our colleagues from NASA, shown here, and a lot of other things. And right behind us, you will be able to see Jena Optronics. We've seen the colleagues around, and I've seen colleagues from Ariana and many more. So there is a strong German presence here in the US. So we are keen to keep on collaborating with all our partners in the US and in many more countries.
Sounds like a very strong German presence, and you are super excited about it. I can see that.
And thanks a lot for being also on the booth.
Thank you. It's our pleasure. Anke, thank you very much. I know you have a very full schedule for the next day as well, and before you're heading back then to Berlin, not to Berlin, to Germany. So. But you're going actually to Berlin.
So unfortunately, I have to leave earlier,
That's good. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
So, and with that, we are heading back to Yvette. If she wouldn't run around the floor, so what happens? So,
There's
Yvette,
so much happening.
Yeah, back to you. But we are doing now our show. So, how was your day?
Actually, I was really impressed with the science day. So today I was dedicated to the science track, and what we were finding was conversations around dual use of space, which I'm really fascinated by, and really looking at how is technology being used on Earth, for Earth, and in this military domain, as well as for climate. And I think that was really exciting for me to see how we're using it for predictive modeling, for agriculture. How are we really going to be using this technology of the future together, and how can we better use and harness what we've been doing? Better use of data, smarter use of data. So that was, I spent my whole day being extremely inspired by all these scientists.
Cool.
So, and then one thing I have to mention, because we heard it over and over today, data, not for the sake of data, but for decision making. How are we going to share? How are we going to collaborate? And I think the spirit of what I've heard the last 2 days is how do we collaborate better? And I really appreciate that. So that was my inspired day.
And you could ask about my day. Okay, come on.
No, how was your day? Where were you?
Oh, I mean, this pre-show day, was totally packed. When you think, okay, smooth start, not at all. So we had a number of interviews already. It was a lot of networking. There was a press briefing this morning by Lockheed Martin and their facility in downtown Colorado Springs, where they talked about the new GPS 3 and GPS 3F system. The GPS 3 is about to get launched in the days to come. They talked about the LM400 platform to experiment, but they also spoke about the Mars sample return, which was very interesting to hear in this current climate, because they are doing it together with NASA and with all the challenges given to that. We also had a briefing by Leo Labs and the demonstration of their mobile radar. Pretty impressive, I have to say. Even it's just a truck. It is a truck, and it's very, very interesting.
Yes.
So, and we tipped our toes into the space law track as well. So that was interesting to see as usual, and we could spend the entire day there, but unfortunately, time was very limited. So, tomorrow, our normal day, so we are starting here at 8 o'clock at the show floor. At 9:15 we will have our program. It will be the first on the floor, and plus the conference program, plus the side tracks as well here.
Yeah.
So, and what's on the agenda for tomorrow? So, Yvette.
Well, as you said, every morning we have our 9:15 morning show, where it's either myself or Laura Todd, our colleague, joining Torsten for a big opening for our day. And then we have actually tomorrow, what I'm looking forward to, NASA's doing their update, and we have the ESA Strategy 2040 update, which I think everybody's really excited to explore. So tomorrow's a big day of agencies announcing what their current status is, and I think everyone's looking forward to that.
I think we also will see the course
Yes.
doing some announcement, and then again we will see how far the agencies are about to talk future project again in this current climate. So, if you're around here in Colorado Springs, come along the DLR booth. We're in the South Hall doing our shows, doing our interviews, and I think that's it for today.
Yeah.
We call it a day. Space Watch out. Bye.